Hi, Dennis from Peoria, Church of the Nazarene. Welcome to the Wednesday night devotional in Peoria, Arizona. The title of tonight's devotional is, Do you know some of God's purposes for money? Let's look at 1 Timothy 6:8 while you're turning there. We're going to talk about ways that God would want us to use money. Two ways to use God's money is needs and security. You know, security is only possible if we build our lives around that which cannot be taken away or destroyed. The stock market could give you great gains one day, but the next leave you penniless. Our verse in 1 Timothy, and having food and raiment, let us be there with content. A person is always striving to keep up with the Joneses, and not content with food and clothing or status. They will not have security and will always have spiritual and financial problems. In 1 Timothy 6:6 it says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." God's money should be used for uniting Christians. When Jesus was on the earth at that time, the Jews and the Gentiles did not deal with each other. God used Jewish Christians to overcome this by bringing the gospel to the Gentiles. In turn, the Gentiles later, when there was a famine in Jerusalem, they helped them by supporting those that were affected. But Paul explains this purpose for money in 2 Corinthians 8:14, which says, "But by equality, that now at this time your abundance may be a supply for their want, that their abundance also may be a supply for your want, that there may be equality." When was the last time God prompted you to give need to another Christian? Did you obey God's prompting you? God's purpose for money is to demonstrate God's power. In Malachi 3:10 and 11, it says, "Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour out to you a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And if I rebuke and devour for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of the ground, neither shall your vines cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts." And in 2 Chronicles 6:9, it says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him." Christians should not be in debt, if at all possible. In Proverbs 22:7 it says that the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. God can help us from making the wrong decision if we follow his word through the lack of funds or the provision of funds for what you want. Remember that Christ is willing to help you with your use of money, but you have to have and make the conscious decision to use it wisely. He can multiply it or he can take it away. We are just stewards of what he has given.